Alrighty, test one, test two. Perfect. Hello everyone, welcome back to PGR League Racing. I'm your host, Sidonian Muse. Tonight, for the second last, or some people would say the penultimate race of our 9th season, we're going to be racing at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in Spain. Short qualifying, 33 lap race. Should be exciting for the second last race to end off the season. Before we get into all that, we're going to do a quick little pre-race interview with one of our drivers, that being Firewater, who's racing for McLaren. So let's get Firewater in here. Hey man, yeah, just make sure you got your audio included there. I'm just going to make sure you're coming through. Let's see. Just checking. Oh, you're still not coming through there. Alrighty, yeah. Alrighty, say something there, Fire.
What's up, Muse? How we doing?
Alrighty, say something there, Fire.
Come on, still nothing?
Untick there's a box in the party you got tick, right?
Yeah.
The other week someone had to Slingshot had to untick it and then tick it again. Then
I just tried that.
yeah, you gotta love Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got you there now.
Alright, cool.
Alrighty, all good. Alrighty, man. We're here, coming to the end of the season now, of season 9. You know, you've been here, you've stuck around for most of the races this season. How have you felt about season 9 as a whole?
Yeah, pretty disappointed, to be honest. I think I missed more races than I would have liked. I think I ended up missing almost like a quarter of the season. So kind of tough to be competitive when that happens. And just overall, I'm ready to be done with this game. So I'm looking forward to 23. And hopefully I can drive those cars a little bit better, because I had a pretty significant drop off from 21 to 22. So hopefully I bounce back next year.
Oh yeah, trust me, man. It's night and day. You're, I think you and a couple of the other guys who are coming back, like Stony and Gator, are gonna like appreciate it a lot more. It's flows a lot better.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. So it should be good. Really looking forward to having all you guys back. And Pete's coming back, so
should be good to have everybody back on the grid, like the whole gang back together.
Yeah, and to anyone who's only watching for the first time, Firewater. So I'm pretty sure it was season 6. You are the drivers' championship winner of. I'm pretty sure.
That is correct. That is correct.
That's correct.
I am a former driver championship winner. That's correct.
So next season we're gonna have 4 champions on the grid. So that's looking.
It's gonna be competitive. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be competitive.
It's gonna be super good. But tonight, not to get ahead of ourselves. Tonight we're here at Spain. This is gonna be our last race ever in PGR on the old layout of Spain. So how do you feel about Spain as it has been, for the past years, 6 years or so?
I've been a fan of the track. I like it. There's some quick flowing parts to it, but it's also technical. So Sector 1's pretty flowy. Sector 2 is a little bit of both. Sector 3 is a lot more technical. So overall, I enjoy the track.
Hmm.
I'll be it's one of the reasons why I'm back tonight. It's I like this
Yeah.
layout. I'll be sad to see it go, but we'll move on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's we've had it for a while, but the new layout though, it's even better in my opinion. Just having those two flat, near flat, right-handers, just it makes it kind
It
of
is
it turns the track almost into like Zandvoort kind of, where you're just go 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 the whole time.
for
Uh,
sure, for sure. It is also fun. It's just totally different. Totally different track.
yeah, yeah, exactly, man. I don't know if you've been looking at the standings, but so right now you are still, it is still possible for you to get top five. Right now it's like a freeway fight for that top five spot right now between you, Great Ace, and Slim, going into these last two races. So they are your biggest competition right now. Um,
All right.
so should be
Well, we'll
interesting to
see what I can do.
see. Even after missing races, you still have the lead right now. So uh, looks like you'll close out. But I mean, that's still nothing to scoff at, man. Top five, missing several races and still getting top five. I mean, that shows you still got it. Like, to give you credit, I don't know if you remember, but last season you had that wicked pole lap at Coda.
Yes.
There's a little throwback. Um,
Thanks, dude.
that
I can't remember that. Yeah.
little pole lap at Coda, that was amazing. I remember how hyped you were when that happened. So hopefully in this next season coming, we get to see a lot more of that. I mean, we had Stoney win this season at Portugal. Uh, just showed up and won that race. So anything's possible, man. It's someone got someone got to take vodka down.
Someone's going to. Someone's going to. That's for sure. It's gonna be. I think next season is gonna be a lot more competitive. The new game is kind of like the new regs, other than Red Bull. But hopefully it'll kind of equalize everybody at least in the beginning of the season, and then we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, exactly, man, for sure. Well, thanks for joining me for a quick little pre-race interview. Good luck, man. Hopefully, you have a good race out there. You cross the line, make it to the end at the very least. Uh, you
Thanks.
know, and yeah, hopefully I'll be talking to you afterwards if you get on the podium.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Take care of you. It's a great job as always.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
So that was Firewater, one of our McLaren drivers and a previous champion in PGR. Going to be awesome to have him with us again next season. Where we're going to have 4 champions on the grid. Vodka Victory, Pete the Newfie, Firewater, and Gator. All previous champions in PGR are going to be on the grid for Season 10. But of course, we got 2 races left to go here in Season 9 to finish off. Just looking there tonight, looks like we got 9 people here tonight. We're missing a couple people, missing Badmadoo. Looks like Badmadoo's not here tonight. Looks like CeeLo Racing. And the Williams is not here tonight. But it looks like this is everyone. Both Mercedes are here, Slim and Slingshot. Abrupt's here again by himself in the Ferrari. His teammate, he got screwed over with Smoke earlier in the season, who had to stop showing up. So we swapped in Badmadoo as Abrupt's teammate in Ferrari. And now Badmadoo hasn't been showing up either. So Abrupt's just getting left out to dry in the Constructors' Championship. It looks like Vodka Victory, if he does good here, if he does good here tonight, he might even seal tonight or next week at Suzuka and win that Constructors by himself, which would be crazy to see. In the AlphaTauri, wants to be in the Red Bull next season, wants to move up from the junior team. Then of course, also have Redline in the Haas, had an amazing race last week at Jeddah, got driver of the day. Greybush, Firewater's teammate in the McLaren. Drupally in the Red Bull. And finally, we have Great Ace in the Alpine, who had to retire last week at Jeddah. Didn't get to finish the race, so hopefully we'll see a good performance out of him as well. And as always, looks like Vodka Victory is coming out of the pits first. I see Greybush coming out early as well, and there comes one of the Mercedes already. So we're going to hold on with Vodka Victory for now. First driver out. First person to start a hot lap. So we're going to hold on and wait. 17 minutes in the qualifying session to set a time here in Spain at Circuit Barcelona. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't talk tonight. Oh yeah, guys, forgive me. It's Canada Day. It's Canada Day. You know, lots of excitement and all that stuff. Circuit Barcelona, Catalonia. There we go. There we go. A lot of people coming out. 5 people on their out laps right now. Vodka Victory is going to come around and start his hot lap here now. We're going to hold on with him. As we wait, both McLarens are out, so we're also, and both Mercedes, so we're going to keep an eye on them as well. Here we go with Vodka Victory. Let's see how he takes his first sector. First 2 turns. Very easy to lose time here if you're not careful. He does it like a champ, like the champion he is. Champion of Season 9 of PGR himself. There he goes over that curb there. Let's see. He's done good so far. Kept it within the lines. Here he goes, coming into the final sector here now. Going to the final chicane here, the part that will be removed the next time we race here on F123. But Vodka Victory is going to cross the line with the first time of the session, a 119.6. Looks like next to cross the line will be Greybush in the McLaren. Followed by Mercedes and the other the other Firewater in the other McLaren. Let's see. Already though, Greybush this time not going to be quite up there with Vodka just yet. Slim in the Mercedes right behind him. He's going to cross the line too. Also get a time on the board. 121. Greybush with the 124. And then we have Firewater. Jumps up with a 121 as well. Up to second. 121 flat, but still nowhere near Vodka Victory's time. No one else still able to challenge just yet. We got some yellow flags though. Looks like Slim slowing down there. Looks like we have the other Mercedes, a slingshot crossing the line now. He's going to post his first time, which is not good, a 126.8, so he's going to have to go around again. For sure. For sure. Here we go, Drooply Bunyan now in the Red Bull coming through the final lap of his hot lap. Fuck. I can't talk tonight. Final sector of his hot lap in the Red Bull. Let's see, how far off Vodka's time is he going to be when he crosses the line here? Drooply Bunyan crosses the line with a 119.8 that puts him up in the second, just 0.2 slower than Vodka Victory. Great lap from him though. Definitely something to work with for now. Puts him up there in contention. Very close to Vodka's time. Meanwhile, big improvement there from Greybush. Saved a couple tenths. Puts him in 4th. There with his teammate Firewater in 3rd. Both Mercedes gonna have to go again though. Struggling here a little bit. Redline and Great Ace here out on track now. Doing their thing. Abrupt, the only person still in the pits, which he has consistently been doing all season. Abrupt has has been waiting till like halfway through the qualifying session to come out and post the time, and he continues to do so. Just chilling in the pits right now. Just chilling in the pits. Here we have red line coming through the end of Sector 2 here now into Sector 3. Let's see if he can get time on the board. Great Ace is going around again. He had his battery saved up the time when I was looking at him, so Great Ace is going to go around again and try to post a better time. Red line, though, in through the final sector here now. Let's see how he does this. Very clean through the final sector there for red line. He's going to come around here now and cross the line with a pretty decent time. A 120 flat. That moves him up into third ahead of Firewater. A full second faster than Firewater. Good stuff to red line. Great lap from him there for sure. Great lap for the Haas driver. Druply up 2/10 here now. Is he going to steal provisional pole away from Vodka? Let's hold on with Druply and see. He's doing another hot lap. That would be enough time saved to take provisional pole away from Vodka Victory. So let's see what he can do. Final sector for Druply. Also, forgot to mention, Slingshot in the Mercedes with the improvement there, 121.4, puts him in 5th for now, ahead of his teammate and Greybush. But all three of them pretty close in terms of pace, it looks like. Great Ace. Oh no, Druply is abandoning the lap, and he's going back in. Vodka Victory going off track there to let red line through. But I would imagine red line is probably, yep, going back into the pits. See, is anyone out on the hot right now? Vodka Victory going back in as well. On board a Great Ace in the Alpine. Trying to see if he can prove it all. Coming through this final sector. Most of the guys are going into pit to put on a fresh set of soft tires to go again. Still 9 minutes left of the qualifying. Still plenty of time to do more attempts. But red line not too far off there. And Great Ace, huge lap from Great Ace, 119.682, just ever so couple thousandths slower than Vodka Victory. Great Ace posts the second fastest time of the qualifying so far. Huge pace from Great Ace there. Wow, where did that come from? Wow, faster than Druply and Redline right now. Almost as fast as Vodka. Great Ace almost taking provisional pole away from Vodka Victory there. Holy cow, what a lap from him. I don't know if he's going to be able to improve much on that. Wowzers. Amazing lap from Great Ace there. That's similar to Slingshot's qualifying lap from last week at Jeddah. Oh my goodness. Big lap from him. People are coming back out now, it looks like. But yeah, it looks like there's a couple different people who could take provisional pole away from Vodka Victory now. Abrupt inserts himself up into the conversation as well with the 119.8. He's right there with Druply. So we have a couple different people who could all get pole here. Someone could possibly steal it away from Vodka. We will see. There is still lots of time. Lots of time for them to do it. Abrupt just posted a purple sector 1. He is going around again here. Though he doesn't have the ERS, so it's kind of worrying. It's like, will he even post a fast lap here because of that low battery? Let's see. Is Abrupt gonna post this? Is he gonna post this lap? You know he's not. He's gonna dive back into the pits so he can have another go before the qualifying ends. Let's see. Is anyone saving any time right now? Druply is up a tenth on his time right now. Trying to take at the very least second back from Great Ace, if not get provisional pole. He just posted a purple sector 2. Let's see. Can the Red Bull driver take pole away from Vodka? And there goes Druply, crosses the line with the 119.2. 4 tenths quicker than Vodka Victory, takes provisional pole, 6 minutes remaining in the qualifying session. He is going to hold the lead for now. Everyone else is going to have 6 minutes left to beat that time. There's a couple people who can do it looks like. They're going to have to shave some more time off. But good stuff to Druply. He might just be able to take pole away from Vodka here. Vodka going around now, going to start another hot lap. Going to hold on with him, see what he can do here. A lot of the guys gone back into the pits, so they can get ready for their final run of the qualifying. Vodka Victory with the purple sector 1. He is flying right now. Vodka also with the purple sector 2. Oh my goodness, it looks like Vodka is definitely going to improve his time. The question is, how much is he going to improve it by? If he wants to beat Drupal, he has to get faster than 119.2. Yellow flag there. I guess we're letting Vodka through so he can post his time. And Vodka Victory just barely takes it back from Drupal there. Drupal with 119.205, Vodka 119.194. Ever so slightly faster than Drupal. It is a nail biter for this pole position right now. Who is it going to be? Will it be Vodka or Drupal or someone else? Let's find out. Let's see. Red line going off track there to let the McLaren through. Is anyone on a hot lap right now? It looks like Slingshot is on a hot right now, coming through the final sector. Can Slingshot improve his time? Yes, he does. Slingshot jumps up with a 120.4, up into 6th ahead of both McLarens right now. But Firewater is starting a hot lap. So he will have an opportunity here to improve his time. He's about even right now, coming out of the first sector. 3 minutes remaining in the qualifying. Drupal has come back on track, of course, to try to get fastest lap once again. Great A still holding third fastest lap at the moment. Red line got back into the pits trying to get one last run in, I would assume. Firewater posts a purple sector 2. Let's see what he can do here in the final sector. Could get a big improvement on his time here. And Firewater 120.4. Unfortunately, it's just barely not enough for him to take the position back from Slingshot, unfortunately. Graybush invalidated right now. Slingshot and Redline got into the pits. Let's see, Abrupt is about even on his time here. Can he save any time? These final two turns, very difficult to get right. These guys have done a pretty good job here so far tonight. But no, Abrupt is going to dive back into the pits. It looks like that's going to be it for Abrupt's qualifying session. Great Ace here going around now to start his final hot lap. But yes, that's going to be it for a couple of these guys. For Slim. Slim has retired from the qualifying. Unfortunately, Slim in the Mercedes is going to start from the very back. But of course, anything can happen in the race. But he is going to start from the very back in 9th. Let's see what Great Ace does. Is Druply on a hot lap right now? No, Druply invalidated. So Druply is going to have one more shot to beat Vodka Victory's time. Vodka Victory has gone back into the pits. That is going to be his last time. So Druply is going to have one last shot here to beat Vodka's time. Same thing with Great Ace here. Two of them are the only ones left who are looking like they can do it. Great Ace with a purple sector 2 there. Alright, all he has to do to try to improve his time here is to have a better sector 3. But again, will it be enough to get second back from Druply? Let's find out. Him, Druply, and the two McLarens, the only ones left out on track right now. Great Ace is going to cross the line with a 119.4. Saves time, but unfortunately still not enough to take second back from Druply, who's flying right now. Now he has the purple sector 2. He's saving 2/10. This could be it. This could be the pole lap from Druply here. Let's see. This could be the pole lap from Druply. But he's riding those lines. Oh no! Huge mistake from Druply there. Goes way too over that curb. And I think that might be it. Unfortunately, I think Druply might have screwed himself on that curb there. Yeah, 119.5. Unfortunately, that's not going to do it. Yeah. So that's going to be it for the qualifying. Vodka Victory just barely gets pole position over Druply. Two of them are going to start in the front row together. But yeah, that was a wicked lap that Druply was on that time. Unfortunately, though, he just choked in the final sector. He went way too over on that curb and started to lose a little bit of traction. And, you know, that's just enough to cause him to not be able to save any time. Unfortunately. A little mistake like that cost him pole position there. But regardless, he's going to start on the front row with Vodka. Followed by Great Ace and Abrupt on row 2. Amazing qualifying lap from Great Ace. Got him starting in 3rd position for the race. Amazing stuff for the Alpine driver. Like I said, only 2/10 off Druply and Vodka. So he's going to be fighting for a good result here tonight. And then we have Redline and Firewater starting 5th and 6th. Slingshot and Graybush 7th and 8th. These two have been button heads the whole season. And then finally at the back we have Slim. So going into this race, Graybush is going to be caught between the two Mercedes. It looks like his teammate Firewater does have a little more pace than the three of them. Firewater might take Firewater looks like very similar pace to Redline. So it looks like the two of them might be fighting tonight. But again, it all depends on who can stay the most consistent, as always, of course. But before we get into our full race, as always, the drivers like to take a quick little 5-minute intermission just to prepare themselves for the full race. So I will see you guys back here in 5 minutes time for the full race. Alrighty, and we're back, folks. Quick formation lap before we get into our full 38 lap race here in Catalonia. Barcelona, Catalonia. I'm just going to see what everyone's running. Most people opting to start for the hards, which, in my opinion, is probably the right thing to do, is to start for the hards here. You know, and just either, depending on what happens, go to hard and medium, or do the hard soft, like we've seen Vodka Victory do several times now this season. But the two guys at the back, Greybush and Slim, are starting on the mediums to try to gain some positions back. You know, do things a little differently, gain some positions. Usually it is better to start on the slower and go to the faster tire, so we'll see though. We'll see what happens. We shall see. Our final race here in Spain on this old layout before we go to F123 for Season 10 and race on the new layout. So it's a farewell of sorts. Like Firewater said earlier, good track. Even with the chicane. Nothing wrong with the chicane, but you know, the way it is now, the new way is even better. Back to the way it used to be years ago. So, you know, it is what it is. And it's lights out and away we go here in Spain, here in Circuit Barcelona, Catalonia. Vodka Victory taking off here. Garbage camera angles from EA once again. Dribbly Bunyan trying to move up on him on the left. Can't see any of it unless I'm in first person because this game sucks. Here we go. Dribbly pulls ahead of Vodka into turn 1. And takes lead of the race. Good stuff to Dribbly. Takes lead of the race away from Vodka Victory there on turn 1. Yellow flag in sector 1. They already got a huge incident. Looks like Firewater has messed up. Firewater, unfortunately, now at the very back behind everyone. Huge mistake from the McLaren driver, unfortunately. Not quite sure what happened there. More than likely, looks like he made his own mistake there. The two guys in the mediums have now moved up to 6th and 7th. The red line is keeping up with Abrupt. Doesn't have to worry about Firewater behind him now. So red line can just focus on the Ferrari ahead. We'll see how this goes. So obviously, Vodka Victory is going to be waiting for his chance to take the lead back from Dribbly. Like I said, Vodka is still fighting for that Constructors' Championship with Abrupt. That is still up for grabs. Oh, but here we go. Greybush here. Getting really close to Slim here. Trying to get past the Mercedes. All three of these guys, like I said, we saw in the qualifying, all three of these guys super close in terms of pace here. All very tight between the three of them. Going through here. Greybush is looking for a chance to get past. He wants to get clear of both these Mercedes. And if you're Slingshot, you know these two guys, they're on the faster tire anyway. It's probably best not to burn up your hards. Trying to tango with them right now. But it's just these guys are all so close in terms of pace. Oh, and there we go. Here goes Greybush side by side with Slim. And he does it. He pulls ahead of the Mercedes driver. Good stuff to him. What's going on here? Oh no, it looks like Druply Bunyan has made a huge mistake. He was leading our Grand Prix and now he's fallen all the way down into 5th. Red line here now. DRS has been enabled. Red line looking for a move on Abrupt. Same thing with Great Ace looking for something on Vodka Victory now. After Druply's mistake, Great Ace has now moved up into 2nd position. They are fighting for the lead of the race with Vodka Victory. Let's see here, though. We're going to hold on red line for now, who is going to wait for his chance to get past Abrupt. But yeah, good stuff to Greybush getting past Slim, moving up into 6th. However, like I said, very unfortunate for Druply in the Red Bull there. I didn't quite catch what happened, but it looks like he made a mistake. And as we can see, Druply has now fallen down to 5th. Sorry, clear my throat. It looks like Druply has now fallen down to 5th. Behind red line, the Haas. Oh no! Greybush has made a huge mistake though. Is now all the way back, even behind his teammates. So both McLarens are now at the very back of the field. There he goes, spinning out just like that. There he goes, slingshot now on the tail of his teammate. Trying to get past him. But Firewater just behind. Druply is setting, does take fastest lap though, 123.6 for now. Hopping out red line. Wasn't able to catch Abrupt in that DRS zone there. Driver was sling with Slim. Yellow flag in. Sector 1 now. It's the other McLaren. The McLaren of Firewater spinning around here now. Both McLaren drivers are already making some huge mistakes in this race so far. Could really cost them. Both of them messing up here. And now we have both Mercedes together in 6th and 7th. Red line still stuck behind Abrupt this whole time. Just waiting for his chance to get by. Here he goes. DRS on Abrupt going into this corner. Red line is going to go for the move on Abrupt. They're going side by side through here. And there goes Redline F1 in the Haas, up into 3rd. Good stuff to him. Abrupt is going to have the opportunity for the switchback here, though, in this next DRS zone. Great Ace now post fastest lap in section with 123.4. Great Ace absolutely flying here, even though he's losing time to Vodka. Great Ace posting some insane laps here, trying to stay within DRS range of Vodka Victory. Abrupt not able to get the switchback on Redline there. Great stuff to Redline. Moves himself up into 3rd, into a podium position. But obviously it's a long race, a lot of laps to go. We're only on lap 5. So this is where consistency comes into play. We'll see how this goes. Druply, though, who fell back to 5th, is starting to catch Abrupt now. So all of these guys here, Redline, Abrupt, and Druply, all still fairly close to each other. Yellow flag in Sector 2, though. Looks like another mistake from a McLaren driver. Greybush this time. Messing up there. Both McLaren drivers have just fallen so behind now. It's actually crazy. But Druply is gaining on Abrupt. Looks like he will try to go for a move on Abrupt, so we're going to hold on with him for now. Vodka Victory, post fastest lap with 123 flat. Saving a lot of time on Great Ace now. A second and a half ahead of Great Ace. Good stuff to him. Druply now, though, does post a purple Sector 1. Like I said, he is lapping pretty fast here. trying to regain the positions he lost since he previously had the lead of the race. He's going to have DRS zone on abrupt here, though. Can he do anything in this corner? And no, he can't. Abrupt defends his position. And even though Redline is past Abrupt, he hasn't been able still to get out of... Oh! Huge mistake, though, from Abrupt. Goes wide there off the curb. So Druply is able to swoop ahead, take the position away from, move up into 4th. Abrupt drops down into 5th. Huge mistake from Abrupt. Because now he's fallen behind Druply, and now Redline can try to stay out of that DRS range. So now it all falls on Redline to see if he can keep the pace up. But Druply is going to be slowly... Look, Druply's already gaining a lot of time on him, though. He's closing that gap to Redline. So we will see how that goes, but we'll see which one. We'll see which of these guys decide to do hard to medium, which of these guys decide to do hard to softs. Because I would imagine some of these guys are just gonna take these hards all the way so they can go on the softs at the end. First penalty of the session goes to Slingshot. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Not good. His teammate is a little more than 3 seconds behind him right now. So Slingshot is going to have to keep that in mind. Keep people out of that gap. Depending on what it is. But Abrupt losing time to Druply now. Druply trying to save time on Redline so he can catch up to him. Redline doing the best he can to keep Druply out of that DRS zone. Out of that DRS range. While meanwhile, Abrupt is trying to get in Druply's DRS range. For you guys, definitely the closest here now. Great Ace. Oh, did Great Ace make a huge mistake there? Or what happened? I don't know. Because now Great Ace must have made a mistake coming out of that final corner. Because now Redline has caught up to him. Redline is right there behind Great Ace now. Both these guys who have tangoed a couple times now in Monza and last week at Jeddah in the sprint race. But it looks like Redline is going to try to keep up with Great Ace here. Keep getting DRS off Great Ace so he can stay ahead of Druply. But yeah, Great Ace must have made a mistake there on that final corner because he was like 1.5 seconds behind Vodka, and then all of a sudden he was 3 seconds behind Vodka. So must have made a bit of a mistake there. That is going to cost him because he had a bit of a gap going to the people behind him. But now he's completely lost that gap, and Redline got DRS on him. And Druply and Abrupt are not that far behind, so he can't really afford to make any mistakes, or else they're all gonna ride away. Like I said, Firewater still behind his teammate, and there we go. Firewater with a 3-second time penalty, just as I was talking about him. Commentator's curse. Firewater, 3-second time penalty now as well. That's going to hurt him even more. Might not even be able to get past his teammate. Him and his teammate all the way at the back currently. Followed by Slim, who was falling off Slingshot a lot, though Slingshot does have that 3-second time penalty. But Slim kind of in a race of his own right now. But there we go. At the back, both the McLarens change places. Firewater pulls ahead of Greybush to try to save time due to his time penalty and get away. Here we have Druply now. Great Ace has started to manage to save some time on Redline and keep Redline out of DRS. However, Druply has now posted a purple Sector 2, and Druply is now quickly gaining on the Haas driver. Oh, Great Ace making another mistake in Sector 3. Great Ace just keeps making these mistakes in Sector 3. His pace has been so good tonight. The Alpine driver's pace has been phenomenal tonight, but there goes Vodka Victory with new fast lap 122.8. Redline's going to pop all the ERS he got and use DRS to try to gain on Great Ace here. Coming into turn 1. Looks like it's not going to be enough, though. No, he's going to have to let off. Not going to be enough. Just barely not enough. Still a bit too far back. If he was any bit closer, he could have got past Great Ace there. But Druply also not too far behind either. So again, another mistake from Great Ace. Great Ace keeps making these mistakes in Sector 3, and it is costing him dearly. Because it has lost him so much time. He was like a second behind Vodka, and now he's almost 5 seconds behind Vodka because of how bad his final sectors have been. Let's see, Abrupt still trying to get within Druply's DRS, because we'll have a 4-way DRS train going then once Abrupt can close that gap. But Great Ace, Redline, Druply all close to each other here now. Here we go, Redline still not close enough to Great Ace to do anything. Lap 11 here now. We will wait and see when these two guys, Slim and Greybush, both on the mediums, should see them pit soon within the next couple laps or so. Druply with a purple sector 1 that time. Because I imagine we'll see Slim and Greybush pit fairly soon within the next 5 laps or so. We'll see how long they plan on taking those yellows. But there's a huge lineup built up behind Great Ace right now. Keep in mind, Great Ace is fighting for his own points right now. He's in that battle. He wants to finish in the top 5. The top 4 positions have pretty much already been decided between Vodka, Abrupt, Druply, and CeeLo. However, there's still that 5th position. Like I said, Great Ace, Firewater, or Slim could still all finish in the top 5 in our standings. And Great Ace has had a lot of bad races in a row now, so he's trying to use tonight to make up for them and get some much needed points. Especially since Slim had that podium at Australia, that crazy podium at Australia in one of the best races we've had this season. But there we go. Good stuff to Abrupt. Oh, yellow flag in Sector 3. Greybush making another error there as he pulls into the pit lane. So there we go. Just as I was talking about it, Greybush is now pitting to get off the yellows. He's had a rough stint on them for sure. But here we go. Like I was saying, good stuff to Abrupt. It looks like Abrupt in the Ferrari has managed to finally get within DRS range of Druply. So now we have a 4-way DRS train between Great Ace, Redline, Druply, and Abrupt. And meanwhile, Firewater is starting to close in on Slim now as well. So we also have to keep an eye out for that. And there we go. Firewater does a wicked move on Slim there, moves ahead of him up into 7th. Good stuff to Firewater. Good stuff too, Fire. Great move there. Great spot for an overtake there on Slim. Hard to see it coming there sometimes. Oh, but let's hop up here now. Druply snipes Redline on turn 1. Good stuff to the Red Bull driver. So Druply has now recovered up to 3rd. His next person that he has to get past is Great Ace. But yeah, good stuff to Druply. Moves up into 3rd ahead of Redline. But Redline is still just right behind, and so is Abrupt now. Abrupt has started to to really catch up with these guys. He's going to have DRS on Redline here. Redline going to have DRS on Druply as well. But none of them are going to be able to make moves here. It doesn't look like. Redline still keeping up right behind Druply though. Will Redline try to swap back on Druply here? Let's see what happens. Everyone 5 seconds behind Vodka now. Vodka, like I said, off in a race of his own at the moment. Oh, and there we go. Druply moves ahead of Great Ace up into turn 1. Great Ace trying to fight him though. Redline also right behind. Redline also trying to steal a position away from Great Ace. Four-way battle here between the 4 drivers. Great Ace now going wheel to wheel with Redline. Ropes is right behind. Great Ace gotta be so careful there. Almost went right into Redline. Well, there we go. Huge shake up there. So with that, Druply has moved himself up into second. Redline, Graybush has now taken fast slap at the 122.5 on the softs. I was wondering about that. So for some reason, Graybush has now pitted to the softs. So it looks like he's going to be doing a two-stop strategy here tonight. He's gotten to the softs. He's now taking fastest lap. Do whatever he can while he's at the back. Oh no! Huge spin out there from the Alpine driver of Great Ace there on the final corner, where he's been struggling to all night there in those final couple corners. He's been severely struggling. Huge spin out from Great Ace. He has now fallen out of that DRS train with the other 3 and is now holding 5th, with the 2 guys behind him having penalties. Huge mistake there from Great Ace. That might cost him in the long run, unfortunately. Yeah. So unfortunately, Great Ace was fighting for a podium position here tonight. But with a huge mistake like that, it's going to be rough for him to try to recover from that, I'm afraid. Unfortunate for Great Ace. Looking like he could have a podium tonight. I mean, the race is only about halfway over here now. Still lots of time for something to happen, but it's going to be tough for him. It's not going to be easy. Redline still within Druply's DRS at the moment. Abrupt holding 4th. No one can gain any time on Vodka right now. The man is just managing his hard tires brilliantly at the moment. Oh, little save there from Druply. Looked like Druply almost lost some traction there coming out of that final corner as well. Redline still unable to gain anything on him though. But Abrupt right behind. So all 3 of these guys still together, but unfortunately it looks like Great Ace has fallen off here a little bit now though. Looks like Great Ace is actually starting to lose time to these guys now, unfortunately. Abrupt with a purple sector 1, but yeah. Great Ace actually starting to lose time here now, though. So I'm not sure what Great Ace wants to do. I guess he's just going to keep going around these hards for now. But he is losing time. That's for certain. And there we go. Slim has now pitted, went 15 laps on the medium. Slim, looks like Slim is now going to pit to his hards to finish the race. Yep. So Slim is going to come out on the hards to finish the race. Both guys ahead of him, Slingshot and Firewater, still yet to pit. And both of them have penalties. So if Slim can keep it clean, could actually have a pretty solid finish here. Again, if he can keep it clean and not get any penalties. But here we go, all 3 of these guys still fighting for the podium positions here. It looks like no one can challenge Vodka victory here tonight for that win. They're just almost 5 seconds off them this entire time. Redline Just barely not able to get ahead of Druply there. Oh, wow. Earlier pit stop from Slingshot there. Slingshot pitting for the yellows now to finish the race. He's going to have to go about 16 laps or so on those yellows, which, I mean, is doable. But I guess that is Slingshot's plan right now. Slingshot pitting off the hards before anyone else. Comes out still in 7th. Firewater currently ahead of him, but Firewater does still have to pit. Druply actually saving a little bit of time on Vodka there. We saw the gap last lap was like 4.7 seconds. And there we go, Druply posts fastest lap, 122.4. But yeah, Druply actually saving a good chunk of time on Vodka Victory there. Vodka Victory was 4.7 seconds ahead. Now he's only about 3.4 seconds ahead. So we'll see how this time gap between these three guys in Vodka continues. Great Ace though. Oh, there we go. Firewater has now pitted to get off his hards. But Great Ace, unfortunately, still losing lots of time to the guys ahead. He was about 4 seconds behind them, and now he's almost 7 seconds behind them. So unfortunately, Great Ace has lost a lot of time here staying out in these hards. Like, if I was Great Ace, I would probably just pit to the yellows now. And just trying to undercut the guys. Trying to save time in the yellows and undercut the guys, because I think that's Great Ace's only hope right now, is to pit to the yellows somewhat soon and try to undercut them, because he's losing too much time. That if he waits to go to the reds, he's just losing too much time. But again, it is up to him, and in classic Great Ace fashion, we'll probably do the opposite of what I just said and do what he shouldn't do, and try to stay out on these hards and save time. But here we go, Abrupt. Unfortunately, it looks like Redline has actually fallen off from Druply now. Druply's just been lapping so quick, Redline hasn't been able to keep up. Redline now 2 seconds behind Druply. This has also allowed Abrupt to catch up to Redline now. And Abrupt is going to be waiting for his chance. Take the position away from Redline. Only 2 cars that are somewhat close right now, Redline and Abrupt. Abrupt has DRS here. It looks like he's still a bit too far back. All these 5 guys at the front in the hard stop and ping it. Oh no, huge mistake for Abrupt in the Ferrari. Goes way too over on the curb there. Starts to spin just as Great Ace is coming around that final corner. So there goes Great Ace. Abrupt decides to take this opportunity to pit. He figures he might as well get his pit stop out of the way now. So there goes Abrupt into the pits. Pit for his yellows to finish the race, which has allowed Great Ace to gain a position. But yeah, big mistake from Abrupt there. He was gaining on Redline, but now, unfortunately, he's currently in 5th at the moment. Huge mistake there from Abrupt. He just went a bit too wide on that curb there, coming around that final corner, and just lost it completely. But unfortunately, fortunately, didn't take any damage, so he's A-okay. He was just able to pit. Go to different tires. Those hards must have been gone for him. But here we go. Redline still losing time to Druply on the hards now. We're on lap 20, 13 laps to go in the race. 4 guys left to do their pit stop. And there we go. Druply decides to pit now. Now that Druply is starting to lose time to Vodka again. He decides to pit now. Get it out of the way. And he pits the yellows to finish the race. So Druply and Abrupt have gone to the yellows to finish the race. We'll see where Druply comes out of the pits to. It looks like he's pretty convincingly. Yep, Druply is going to convincingly come out of the pits ahead of Abrupt. There he goes. Druply out into 4th at the moment, but everyone ahead of him still needs to pit. So we'll see where they end up. Because right now, Vodka, Redline, and Great Ace all still have to pit off their hard tires. But it looks like Vodka, Redline, and Great Ace though might be trying to do the hard to soft strategy I managed earlier. It looks like they might be planning to pit for the softs. The question is, are they going to lose too much time on these final laps in the hards? There goes Greybush in for his second pit stop since he pitted for the softs earlier. But yeah, as I was saying, the question is, are the 3 of them going to lose too much time on the hards to where it would have been better for them to just pit now and get it over with? We'll see. We'll see how the gaps look here. Everyone getting pretty spread out here now. Staying on board with Redline in the Haas, as he's currently in 2nd. All 3 of these guys got 21 laps on their hards at the moment. We'll see who decides to pit first. Who decides to dive in. Let's head to the back for a second as Slim is now fighting Greybush again. Since Greybush had to do a second pit stop, Slim is now right behind him. Greybush is on the yellows though. He is on the faster tires. New fast lap. I didn't see who that was though, unfortunately. Let me see. Fastest lap. Abrupt actually posting fastest lap there with a 121.6. Oh no, a huge crash! Just as I was checking on the fastest lap, huge crash from Greybush there. He's still okay though. He recovers, he comes back on track, but yeah, absolute stinker of a drive for the McLaren driver right now. Even struggling there again. As we can see, Druply coming around to lap him now. Huge error there from Greybush. It looked like he hit into the wall there as well. I wonder if he got some dirty air there from Slim that time. But Slim does manage to get by. Greybush moves up into 8th. But the question is, will Greybush have to pit again to fix that wing damage or not? That is the question. None of the guys at the front have still pit yet. They're still waiting to pit to what I can only assume is their softs now at this point. It's too late for them to pit to the yellows now. Yellow flag in sector 3 though. Was that Abrupt in the Ferrari? I don't know. Or actually no, that might have been him letting Abrupt go through. Possibly. I think. As we can see, Great Ace coming on one of the Mercedes there now as well. And Great Ace spins there because he can't drive with a ghosted car in front of him for some reason. Even though it's not even affecting him. But, yeah. So another huge mistake there from Great Ace. That's going to cost him a couple seconds, which is going to hurt him when he goes for his pit stop here. It looks like Great Ace might decide to dive in for his soft tires now. Let's see. Is Great Ace going to dive in for his soft tires now? No, he's not. Because like I said, Great Ace is the master of not doing smart things. So, Great Ace is not going to dive into the pits there. Druply Bunyan. New fastest lap of the race, 121.5. He is flying right now. But yeah, another big mistake there from Great Ace. Didn't quite spin all the way around, but he did spin sideways there for a second. because he was driving there with the ghosted Mercedes in front of him, of who I can only assume is Slim. But yeah, for some reason, Great Ace just struggles to drive when there's a ghosted car there in front of him. Don't really know why. Just do your thing. But no reason to push. It's not an actual driver. But there we go. Firewater gets another 3-second time penalty. So that's going to be huge, because now he has 6 seconds of time penalties. That's going to help Sling secure that position over him. And Druply, though, because of Great Ace's mistake, Druply now only 2.5 seconds behind Great Ace, and Great Ace still needs to stop for his pit stop. Redline and Great Ace actually been losing a lot of time now. Like, I really think the two of these guys should pit by now. Is Great Ace going to dive into the pits? Yes, now he finally is. Okay. Great Ace now dives into the pits for his pit stop. Julio. And I can only assume he is going to the softs to finish the race at this point. Yellow flag in sectors 2 and 3. I think that was Scrapes letting Firewater go there again. But yeah, Great Ace coming out in the softs to finish the race. Comes out in 5th. And we'll see. But yeah, so Redline, Vodka, Victory still need to do their pit stop. I'm guessing they're both going from hard to soft as well now at this point. Not too many laps left of the race now. Can definitely take the softs to the very end. Great Ace, though, has come out in the softs and is now 8.5 seconds behind Abrupt. Which is very unfortunate for him, because if he hadn't made that mistake, you know, he might have been like 3 seconds behind Abrupt, or 4 seconds behind Abrupt, not 8. So, that's kind of screwed Great Ace over there now. But now, we see Vodka, Victory, and Redline both pulling in for their pit stops. And another huge mistake from Firewater there. Loses his front wing completely. Spins out in Sector 2. Huge mistake there from the McLaren driver, who can't even recover the car right now. He's just trying to get the car straight so he can drive again. But that's a huge mistake there from Firewater, I'm afraid. Now Abrupt in the Ferrari picks up a 3-second time penalty. Yellow flag in Sector 1. What's going on here now? A mistake from our race leader, Vodka Victory, of all people. Vodka Victory makes a huge mistake there in Sector 1 and loses lead of the race to Druply. A very uncharacteristic mistake there from Vodka Victory. Huge mistake for Vodka. Has been leading the race almost the entire time since Druply made his mistake earlier. And now Vodka has made a mistake on lap 26 here. Coming out on the fresh softs. I guess Vodka was just not ready coming out in the fresh softs. They really caught him off guard there for a second. And now he has lost lead of the race to Druply. And Druply is now 9 seconds up the road. Now here's the thing though. Vodka is on the faster tire. So Vodka does have time. There is enough laps. Vodka can try to fight back the lead from Druply. However, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. This could be a win for Druply Bunyan here if he can keep it together. Firewater now. Greybush pitting for another pair of softs, I guess, just to try to take Faz's lap at this point. But also, Firewater forced to pit there. Once again. Firewater forced to pit again due to the fact that he lost his front wing. And it looks like they're now sending him back out on his old hards to finish the race. Poor Firewater. What a rough race for him and his teammate tonight. Both McLarens looking really shaky. Great Ace actually posting the new fastest lap of the race. A 120.8 at the moment. Good stuff to him. Redline now starting to slowly lose some time to Vodka. Vodka trying to get Redline out of that DRS range. And he is like I said, he is starting to save time on Druply. He's now 7.2 seconds. 7 seconds flat now behind the Red Bull driver. Quickly gaining time. So I'm guessing by the end here we will see a battle between Vodka Victory and Druply for the win. Even though Vodka made a huge mistake there, he is on the faster tire, so he is going to make up the time, it looks like. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But it's looking like the race is pretty much over for both McLaren drivers. Slingshot has a penalty, but he's far ahead of his teammate to where it doesn't matter. Looks like they're pretty decided. But that penalty for Abrupt in the Ferrari is actually huge. That 3-second time penalty for Abrupt is actually huge because now... Oh, a new fastest lap for Vodka Victory, 120.3. So like I said, he is flying. Now only 5.5 seconds behind Druply. So we're going to hold on with him for the moment. But as I was saying, the biggest thing right now is Great Ace and Abrupt. And there's Firewater pinning again. So they send him out on old hards. Here's the thing for Great Ace. Oh, and there we go. Firewater just deciding to retire from the race in the pit lane. That is it for Firewater. Unfortunately, he had a really rough race tonight. That's going to be it for him, I'm afraid. But yeah, as I was saying, that 3-second time penalty that Abrupt has is huge because now it has given Great Ace the opportunity to potentially steal another place away before the end of the race. Great Ace could still get 4th here, gain another position, because Great Ace is on the faster tires here at the end. Abrupt has a 3-second time penalty, yellow flag in sector 3. Who is that? What's going on here? Huge collision of 2 ghosted cars and Vodka Victory in the AlphaTauri. They're all at once. 2 ghosted cars there between Vodka and Redline. But, as I was saying, now that Abrupt has a 3-second time penalty, Great Ace is technically only 2.6 seconds away from taking that position. If Great Ace wants to finish 4th ahead of Abrupt, he's going to have to save another 2.5 seconds on Abrupt. But it is possible. Great Ace is technically on the faster tire right now. So Great Ace can do it. But he's going to have to try. But it looks like Redline is not gaining any time on Vodka whatsoever. Now 2.3 seconds behind Vodka. But as of right now, Redline has set himself up to finish on the podium. So this will be another really good drive 2 weeks in a row for Redline if he can keep it together for these final few laps of the race. Same thing with Druply Bunyan. Vodka Victory now currently 4.2 seconds behind the Red Bull driver. 4 laps to go. Vodka can technically make up the time to Druply before the end of the race, but it is going to be tough. What happened there with Vodka Victory? That wasn't a reset to track, was it? What was that? Was that lag there in the final sector? I'm not sure. Vodka now 3.8 seconds behind Druply. I'm not sure what happened there. There might have just been lag. I'm not sure, because he didn't completely spin out. It was just like a little error. Vodka just made a little error there in the final chicane, but he managed to correct it. That was really strange on my end. Very strange on my end. But he's okay. Vodka still holding second. Now, like I said, 3 seconds behind Druply. Has another 3 laps to catch him. But it is still in Druply's favor right now. Because even if Vodka catches him on the last lap, Druply can defend. So, right now it is all on Druply Bunyan in the Red Bull to secure the win over Vodka Victory here in Catalunya. And Vodka Victory coming around the final sector again. He lost more time to Druply there. Like I said, I knew I saw something there. Vodka really struggling in that final sector right now. Just like he did last lap. He's really pushing, really trying to catch Druply, and unfortunately, he's cost himself another second. So, it looks like this could be it. Because he was gaining on Druply, but now he's lost the time, so... I'm a bit confused there, though, about what happened in that final sector. Did Vodka go off track there? I think he might have gone a little off track there. I think that's why he lost a second. But came right back. Here we go. Vodka goes through the final sector here once again. The spot that's been really tricky for him. He's now managed to shave off that second that he just added last time. Let's see if he can have a better sector free here. And he does. Much better sector free for Vodka here, though. Yellow flag sector free. That's the lap cars again. So far behind everyone else at the moment. While we've been watching Droopy, though, we have 2 laps left of the race. We've forgotten to mention Great Ace and Abrupt. Great Ace now only a second behind Abrupt, and Abrupt has that 3-second time penalty, which means that if Great Ace finishes this race behind Abrupt right now, he will take 4th away from Abrupt. So good stuff to Great Ace, managing to close that gap on the soft tires. Good stuff to him. 2 laps left of the race. Vodka victory now, still 3 seconds behind Droopy, though. He only has about another lap or so. So, it's not looking like he's going to be able to save a full 3 seconds in 1 lap. So, this is all up to Droopy now to secure this win for himself and for Red Bull. Meanwhile, Great Ace here looking to make the move on Abrupt, even though I don't really see the point in Great Ace trying to get past Abrupt here. There's literally no point for Great Ace to get past Abrupt here because the next person past Abrupt is Redline. Redline is 11 seconds ahead of Abrupt. So even if Great Ace gets ahead of Abrupt, it makes no difference because he's going to gain the position from Abrupt anyway. Even if Great Ace doesn't get past Abrupt, he's going to get the position anyway due to the penalties. And there's no way in hell that either of them are catching Redline at this point. So, there's literally no point. But Great Ace is still going to go for a move here on Abrupt anyway. Great Ace still going for a move on Abrupt here regardless. Both of them going side by side. But it looks like Great Ace does it. Manages to pull ahead of Abrupt up into 4th. Yellow flag in Sector 1 of Greybush. I don't know why this man just hasn't retired from the race at this point. So far behind. So here we go. About to come to the final sector here now for all the drivers. Yellow flag sector 1, 2. Those are the ghosted cars. Vodka Victory has now managed to catch up to Droopy. They're coming through the final sector there now. 1.5 seconds between the two of them. But there we go. Droopy Bunyan crosses the line. Droopy Bunyan is your race winner here tonight in Catalonia, in Barcelona, in Spain. Good stuff to Droopy Bunyan in the Red Bull. He is your race winner tonight, followed by Vodka Victory in second. And Redline F1 in the Haas on the podium as well. Redline F1, I believe that is his first podium finish in PGR since joining. So good stuff to Redline in the Haas. Amazing performance from him tonight. Managing to keep up with the big guys. He has been on a roll the past 2 weeks. Good stuff to him. And unfortunately, Vodka Victory just barely unable to catch up to Droopy there, mostly due to his own mistakes. I'm afraid, it looks like. And good stuff to Great Ace. Recovering from his earlier mistakes, finishing in 4th, even getting past Abrupt there on pure merit at the end, not even relying on the penalties. So good stuff to Great Ace there. Obviously not what he wanted. Obviously Great Ace wanted at least a podium there. There was I will say, yeah, there was definitely at least a potential podium there in the cards for Great Ace. And Droopy gets driver of the day. Good stuff to Droopy. But yeah, unfortunately, it was possible for Great Ace to get podium tonight. He had the pace to do so, but his consistency just was not there. And look at Droopy coming with the reef. Awesome stuff. Nice to see, nice to see. Abrupt finishing in 5th. I'm afraid, especially due to his mistakes earlier. Forced them in the pit a little earlier than everyone else. Both Mercedes finishing 6th and 7th, and both McLarens at the back, 8th and 9th. Definitely a race to forget for McLaren. And Vodka Victory got fastest lap with the 120.3. free. So before we end things off tonight, folks, though, we're going to get Druply, Vodka, and Redline in here for a post-race interview. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello. Make sure y'all got your audio included there. In the partay.
Yo, yo.
Yo. Everyone got their audio included, right?
I got mine.
Okie dokie. All right, we'll start with our race winner tonight, Druply. Good stuff to you there, man. You made that mistake earlier in the race. It looked like all was done for you, but you managed to pull it back over the course of the race. Amazing drive, man. How'd that feel? Give me a run through.
It felt nice, man. Like, I got on that sausage curve and I was just trying, like, I was sliding all the way out of that turn, just trying to hold it and slid up on that curb. Just, my best bet, I was hoping for maybe a P3 or a P2 after that, but I just never stopped pushing. And I'm not sure what happened to Vaca when he was coming out of the pits. It's unfortunate for him. He had to win all day if it wasn't for that, but I feel like it was a good race. Like, we both had one spin each, and I think he still had the pace on me, but I was able to hold on to it at the end.
Yeah, good stuff, man. You got driver of the day, too, for that
Yay.
amazing recovery there. Really cool to see. A lot of different guys. All were pretty quick. You had a nice little DRS train going. All four of you guys were battling there at one point.
Yeah, I sent it on Great Ace one good time there, coming down the straight, but I had to get by him, man. I knew at that point that if I could get by him and just keep shooting, trying to make up time, then Redline, oh my god, he was pushing the hell out of me before I pitted. I don't know what happened to him when I got that little 1 or 2 second gap, but he was within a half a second of me for like 5 straight laps, it felt like, if not more.
Oh, wow. Wow, man. But
Good hard race.
yeah, no, good stuff. And
That
then
was
obviously,
really good.
obviously Vodka. Unfortunate what happened, like Druply said, coming out of the pits on those cold softs. But also, what I was just gonna ask you was, what happened there in the final sector? Because there was like 2 laps in a row where you made there's something that happened there in the final sector. Did you go a little wide or something, or?
Yeah, I just went a little wide, and whenever you touch those long curbs, you get up on them, so you really can't do much except wait till you slide off. Yeah, and then when I spun, it felt like I got pushed from behind. Nonetheless, I was like, okay, I guess this can show a little bit of a recovery drive, and I cut 10 seconds to 1.4 by the end of the race in 8 laps, so I guess that was just a fun thing to do, and yeah, it was good. Congratulations to Druply. Good drive on him, so.
Yeah, I think that just shows how out of this world you've been this season. The fact that you finished in second is still like, just the fact you didn't win a race alone is like worthy of excitement. Just shows how crazy you've been this season, man. So good stuff. I'm here with the calculator right now while I'm in the middle of interviewing you guys, trying to figure out whether the constructors is still fighting for, or if it's done. Like, I'm trying to figure that out right now. I'm in the process of talking to you guys, because you've also almost secured the constructors as a one-man show. So that's a whole other thing to talk about. But while I'm still doing the math here, obviously we got to talk about Redline in the Haas. Man, you had an amazing drive last week at Jeddah, and you topped it even more this week, keeping up with the big guys here in Spain. You were 5th in the qualifying, and then you finished on the podium. How did that drive feel from start to finish, man? Just give me a run through of how that was for you.
Oh, it was crazy, bro. At first, I was trying to push as hard as I can because my goal was to at least, end up on the podium. And I was pushing, but then I thought about it and I was like, wait, I might be able to stretch these tires enough and just go to soft. So then I kind of got a little conservative for a few laps. And towards the end, man, I think I ran like 26, 27 laps on the hards. So it was pretty intense, but then surely, switching to softs, it was a breeze.
Yeah, man, we've seen that time and time again, last season and this season. Sometimes it depends on the track, but sometimes the hard to softs actually works better than the hard to mediums. So it's kind of a track by track thing, but it just happened to work here really well for you and Vodka. And even for Great Ace, even though he made mistakes, you could see all you guys just gaining so much time there at the end on those softs. But no, good stuff, man. Good clean racing there too. With you in going into turn one there, I saw a couple of those moves. That was good
Yeah,
stuff, man.
there was a couple moments there that I was in between, and I think there was a lap too that I passed Great Ace, but like I think Droops was right next to me, and
Yeah.
it was pretty intense. I had some good battles, to be honest. It was a very good race.
Yeah, I had some fun driving, some fun overtakes, trying to climb my way back, man. Good clean racing from the whole crew.
Yeah, for sure. 26 plus 18 is 44.
Just call it.
Just call it. Yeah. I'm looking at it here now, and yeah, even if Vodka DNF'd the final race, the most that him, Abrupt, and Bad Madu could gain from one race is 26 plus 18.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Which is 44. So yeah, congratulations, Vodka. You are not only the drivers' championship this season, you have also single-handedly won the constructors' championship. So hats off to you, my friend. That is quite a feat. That is.
Man, fuck these regulations. No, I'm talking shit.
Appreciate it,
serious.
man. Thank you.
That is from. I remember when you first started. I remember your first race in PGR at Austria. You could barely get around the track without spinning, and now it's turned into this. It's just crazy, the development. Just watching you grow these past 2 free seasons or so. It's been a joy. I'm really looking forward to having you back for season 10, and hopefully we have a baller. As I was saying to Firewater earlier, we're gonna have 4 champions on the grid, a lot of old veterans returning, who are all quick in their one way on certain tracks. So hopefully we'll see it. We'll have a good fight for the championship next season. But regardless, man, this has been a masterclass in driving from you this season, man. Like that mistake there on the softs that time, that was probably like mistake number 3 of the season, something like that. So yeah, that is crazy. So I just want to give you a huge shout out, man, for winning both championships this season. That is absolutely insane.
Sounds good, man. Thank you for having us, and thank you for being here.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. But we're gonna call it there for the night. Thanks for watching. Anyone in chat who's been watching. Join us next weekend, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the final race of Season 9 of PGR, which is going to be at Suzuka. Should be a fun one, always a great track. We always usually have a good race there. Some of the races I've seen there have been some of the best races in PGR, so it should be a good one to end off the season at before we move on to F1 23 for Season 10 of PGR. With that, I'm your host, Sidonian Muse. Thanks for joining me, guys, and we'll see you next weekend for Suzuka.
All right, Muse. Take care. Congratulations,
Sounds
guys.
good. Take care.
All right, Muse. Have a good one. See you next week.